Hello guys, this is a, well, quick hello first from this amazing place, and then a few comments about the psychic attacks from my perspective, okay? First, where am I? Well, I am in the island of Gran Canary Island. Amazing sceneries, amazing plants. Okay, I'm gonna tell you now why I'm here. No secrets, okay? Because I know everybody's always analyzing everything I do, everything we do. No secrets, no extraterrestrial encounters, no UFOs, nothing. It's just my personal trip. Because I was already kind of tired of the Finnish climate. Now in November, that's like the worst climate if there is no snow, because there is no snow, but there are no leaves. And nothing is green, everything is just gray and dull and kind of miserable, wet. Even my dog doesn't want to come out. So I couldn't. I had no sun. It gets dark at 3 and 4. And I had to do something. So Matthias had 5 days off. And I said, okay, I'm going somewhere. So what I do is usually I just go random places. Like, okay, whatever I can find, the cheap flights. And the agenda of the flights also has to kind of fit together with Matthias's work. So first I found Copenhagen, and I'm like, okay, Copenhagen, but it's going to be very similar to Helsinki, you know, nothing exotic. It has to be something different. So then I found Canary Islands flights. They were okay. And then, and this is where it becomes adventurous, and then I looked at Airbnb, and they had this ecological farm, totally off grid, kind of in the middle of nowhere. This is like actually where the farm is, behind me. And the guy is renting a tent, not like a usual just camping tent, but a tent with a bed inside, utensil, very basic, but it's there. There's no bathroom. You have to kind of, figure it out. Well, there are buckets with some special sand, but I haven't used it yet. And then there's there is a shower, open air shower, and solar panels, electricity. So it's very, very cool. I have walked 2 days in the area, so amazing mystical places. But anyway, so that's why I'm here. Okay, nothing special. So don't be analyzing why I'm here. Okay, so the video today, quick comments about the psychic attacks, just something that occurred to me. First, Mari made this video about the psychic attack, which was very full and complete. I like that video. She covered many points, good context for what's coming for sure, but in general, it was a good video. And, she was explaining that if you have a lot of illnesses or something is not going right in your life, it could be an astral or psychic attack. Okay, to this I want to add, but just for me, although Mari did mention that as well, that don't go crazy about this, because not everything is a psychic attack. Because I see people kind of going nuts about this, and everything that goes wrong, or they feel sick or something, which is kind of nothing out of unusual, because what's happening on the ship, that's unusual. But if it's like every now and then, everybody gets sick here and there, and there are other reasons than psychic attacks. So don't go jumping at these conclusions that everything is a psychic attack or astral attack, because then we are falling into this trap of, again, feeling like victims. Again, we are blaming others, other external entities, for whatever is happening to us, for whatever we are manifesting. Again, we are not responsible. We are not in control. Someone is doing something to us, poor us. I am talking about us here, not about what's happening on the ship. Let that be clear, because psychic attacks do occur. I'm just saying to not go totally overboard to the other extreme, because I see people like that. Anything happens, has to be a psychic attack. No, we are still, responsible, and we are still in control of these things. And even if something does happen, like a psychic attack, we still kind of made ourselves vulnerable somewhere. And here, it could be both. Then, if you are sick and you feel it's a psychic attack, it could be both your own manifestation and a psychic attack. How both? Well, because you manifested a vulnerability somewhere there. Maybe you opened the door, there's like a weaker point somewhere. Everybody has those, and then those very intelligent, sometimes I suppose, astral entities could be using those to enter and to attack you in that way. So that's why I said it's both your manifestation and a psychic attack. But in general, you have to be very wise and learn how to discern what is yours, what is some kind of a strange psychic attack, which in the end it's all you anyway. It's all connected, goes back to you. But let's say, okay, there is a psychic attack. Learn to discern that. On the other hand, there are people who go the other extreme, not blaming psychic attacks and astral attacks, but they say everything is always you. So, for example, I remember I was with a friend, and at that time there was a girl passing on the street crying, and this friend looked at me and said, "Look at this. What is it? What part of us is crying right now? Why do we see this in our reality? That child crying." Okay, well, okay, I don't believe absolutely, I mean, everything is us. The whole exterior world is us. But sometimes I believe we're just putting these scenarios there as a movie scene, you know, like NPCs characters. So not that necessarily something is part of us, even though on the larger scale it is. But sometimes maybe we put it there just for fun, or to have a variety of experiences out there to which to react, for example, because different people will react in a different way to the crying child. So it's not necessarily that I am crying inside. So I would say balance, like not everything absolutely is a psychic attack, but like not absolutely everything is you. I mean, it is you. It's hard for me to describe it. Like, for example, if I see a barking dog behind me right now, it's not that part of me is barking. And I know people who are like associating everything in that way. But I could have put that dog there for other reasons, of course, manifested it. Anyway, so discernment is important to know which part of you is manifesting the problem and which could be a psychic attack. Don't ask me how to discern because, and this is another point of this video, I have no idea. Meaning, I have never felt a psychic attack or an astral attack. I don't know what that feels like. Maybe I've had them, but I've never decided in my mind, okay, this was a psychic attack. I mean, my life is pretty okay. Everything kind of manifests fine. If I do have a certain limitation or a problem, I'm not a person that jumps at the conclusions that this is a psychic attack. I would just, look at other reasons happening and not just jump at this psychic attack thing myself. But of course, like I'm saying, this has nothing to do with what's happening on the ship, because on the ship, this is something that is very repetitive and very suspicious. It has a pattern that usually doesn't belong to them. That's why they were able to recognize this is not ours. Like, this is not exactly our pure manifestation, a challenge for ourselves. But in my life, it just happens sometimes. So if these situations happen sometimes, like if I get sick sometimes, I'm not going to think, okay, there's someone attacking me. Oh no, I'm just sick because, I didn't sleep well and I'm under stress. Just like, let's be rational about this and not just jump right away to these supernatural conclusions. Because most of the time it is us. This is just us. Poor diet, lack of sleep, or whatever, simple reasons. Could be many, 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 many reasons. And also, honestly, I don't care about psychic attacks or astral attacks. I know this is all real. I'm not taking away from what Mari says, what Yaski says, and from what anybody else says about this subject. This is all very real. However, I don't know why. Don't ask me why I feel the way I feel. I just feel like it's just, like, I do not care. Like, it's just not reaching me. Like, it's absurd to me to even think that some astral being can have influence over me. Like, this is just amusing to me. In fact, recently, I'm not going to go into details, there was a girl who specializes in these astral attacks and astral work. She contacted me out of the blue. She never does. And she says, Gosha, I have a message for you there is this galactic level being who is trying to harm you and control you, and from the astral side. But I'm like afraid to tell you because, you know, she's like, I don't want you to be afraid. I just want you to take protective measures. And my reaction to this was laughter. The first thing I did when I heard this, I was laughing, like, ha ha ha. It was on the messenger. And she thought that I'm laughing because I don't believe her, that that I don't believe the story, the message. It's not that. It may be true. I was laughing at the concept of some galactic astral being wanting to do something to me. Like, what? First of all, it would be an honor that someone actually takes notice of wanting to influence me, wasting their time and wanting to influence me. This means I am on the right track, that I'm doing something wrong. Actually, you know, this is a confirmation to me that I'm doing good. You know, if some negative astral being would want to do something to me, but my reaction was zero fear, that nothing. I'm not even going to do any protective measures. And the girl was like, oh, please do, you know, I'm worried for you. No, okay, this is why I don't want, okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't do protective measures. Our frequency goes up and down, mine as well, of course. But I just feel my own essence is already a shield itself. If I have to put a shield around me, that means that the essence that I am is not a shield itself. It's not made of light. If I have to put a light around me, like I'm saying, a light shield, then what does that make me as an essence? It means I am not made of light myself. My own light, me, that is my soul, my source that I am, is light. This is what I am. This is my essence. This is my core. I don't need to be putting another ring around it, because I already am that. That's how I feel. Maybe I am naive. Maybe I am wrong. I'm just describing how I feel. Okay, I'm not trying to tell you that this is right or that this is wrong, or let's not go into the debate here. I'm just saying how I feel. And I feel very secure in myself, very strong, not afraid of anything. This is just laughable to me. In fact, I was thinking the other day, I was like, okay, these astral beings, okay, well, fuck you guys. And you know what? Even that reaction, fuck you guys, was inadequate for me, for them. You know why? Because if you say that, fuck you astral beings, it means you're angry. Or that you are, you know, in some kind of a, you know, whatever. I don't know. It just comes from the angry set of mind, or some sort of caring set of mind. But this is too much. I don't feel that. I'm not angry. I don't care. So to say fuck you astral beings, that's too much. They don't deserve even that reaction from me. I have zero reaction. It's laughable to me. The only reaction I have is laughter. It's amusement. It's actually recognition. Wow, I have been recognized and noticed, you know, by someone, some astral fucks, to actually stop me. This is okay, cool. So this is how I feel about this whole topic. I don't know. I never do any protective exercises. Each time I do, I don't feel any better or stronger after doing them. It's like does nothing to me. I feel the same. You know, because I've already started with feeling good and feeling strong. So adding another shield around me is just extension of myself anyway. That other shield around me is me too, right? Well, I already have it in me. I am that. So if I put another shield, what am I adding? I'm not adding, I'm just extending myself, because that shield is me too. So what's the point? I already am that. I don't know if I can explain that very well, but again, it's just my feeling. If I am wrong and something does happen to attack me in the future, something happens, well, whatever, then I will deal with it, and then I will admit even, yes, okay, it happened. Yes, I think that happened. But for now, this is how I feel. I do not care. It's laughable to me. They can just, you know, they're not there for me. I'm just beyond that. I cannot explain it. I just feel totally indestructible. Maybe it's naive, but that's how I choose to be. And in the end, this is what protects you too, because this is what Mari said as well. In the end, your own absolute faith in your indestructibility is the greatest protection. It may not be a full protection, 100% against something at some point, but it is a very good start. It is a foundation, I would say. Anyway, let's go. I'm actually sitting on the volcano. This is the volcano. Ah, the camera is falling. I moved the rock. This is the volcano. It's not active, but it's a volcano. My farmer told me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this. Sending you a lot of greetings from this beautiful island. And I will see you when I'm back. Bye bye, everybody.